I'd never heard of them before, so it was really cool to be introduced to them.
But we visited, and I think it was a kind of a no-brainer. Hey, friends. Welcome to Stories Told Through You, the Flower Letters podcast.
We're Michael and Hannie Clark, and each week we sit down with our amazing community and special guests to share the real, heartfelt stories that connect us.
Grab a cozy seat.
And let's dive into the stories told through you.
So today we're doing something a little different. We're talking about our newest story.
Yes.
The Camellia Grace Letters. It's a Gilded Age, Newport Mansions story told through letters. Now, we'll talk a little bit about what that means and the story behind the story. Maybe to kick it off, about a year ago, we were approached by the Preservation Society of Newport County. This is back in Newport, Rhode Island. And they oversee and maintain the Newport Mansions. Now, if you don't know what the Newport Mansions are, go back in time. Or go check out the Gilded Age on HBO. These are cottages.
I know.
They were built by
the elite of New York, really. They were first built by a lot of wealthy Southerners that would come up and vacation in Newport, but then it became a New York vacation playground sort of a place.
And they'd only spend the summer there. But anyway, so they approached us and gave us a really interesting idea. It was a Flower Letters story with the mansions as the backdrop.
Yeah.
And so we visited, and honestly, I grew up in Boston, and I didn't know they were there.
Yeah, I'd never heard of them before, so it was really cool to be introduced to them.
But we visited, and I think it was a kind of a no-brainer. Incredible location, and the fact that we can have a place people can go.
Yeah.
And as you've been writing the story, and I'm reading it, I can see it because we've been there.
Yeah.
And it's really, really unique and really, really cool to do that. And so we agreed, and Hannie went to work on the story and the character, the name, Camellia Grace. Something that's really unique about this, there's a couple of things that are unique. We have a tin. So we've never released a story and a tin together.
At the same time.
The tin has always come later, just for ordering, but this time we got the tin in place. So the tin is available. Pre-orders are happening now. I don't know when people are listening to this, but we're doing a pre-order. Also, one of the most unique things that we're doing is when you visit the mansions, on your way out, they have these awesome gift shops, and the Flower Letters will have their presence there. And so we created this really fun retail product that's in their shops. What this is it's the first letter, and then inside there's instructions on how to go and redeem the rest of the story. And so if you're doing it as a gift, you get this, and all they have to do is go in and enter a code, and we start sending the rest of the 23 letters. So we're really excited about that. And that's kind of an interesting thing of the Flower Letters now being in retail stores and potentially in more retail stores. But this product is exclusive to the mansions.
Yeah.
And so it won't be available on our website.
The story will be available on our website. This product right here to gift this part, this is just at the mansions. So this is specific to them, but you'll be able to buy the story on our website the regular way.
We're probably more excited about this release than any others. And we think there's going to be a lot of people that are really interested in it just because of the Newport Mansions are famous. They have 1 million people that go through there every year. A lot of people know it. When we released it, a lot of our community already knows what they're all about. But let's talk a little bit about Camellia Grace and the story behind the story. We don't want to give away too much, but we'll talk a little bit about the Gilded Age and how Camellia came to be.
Okay.
Yeah, we'll do another one where we talk more about the story and some of the, some more people can get into it. Right now, nobody's got the letters yet, and we're just getting ready to send them out. So
yeah, not quite yet. The story came about. I kind of, when we went out to the mansions to tour, I already knew the offer that was on the table to write the story set in this place, and part of going out to see it was to see if that was something that I could or wanted to do. I think I wanted to. It was more like, can I do this? When we got out there, it was just like the most beautiful buildings that I think almost ever seen.
I think in America, honestly, the homes are incredible.
It's like going to England to the grand houses in America. It was amazing. And like I said, I had no idea they were out there. So to go and tour them and to just see like all the history and the beautiful architecture and everything was very cool, because I kind of knew before I went out there that the main character would be an artist. And so seeing all the beautiful architecture just kind of really solidified that. So that's kind of a little, precursor to the story is that our main character, she's an artist. She's an artist that's fallen on hard times. And this is kind of her journey through that whole world of I don't know if that were some of those.
No, it's definitely your journey. But this was also unique because the Newport Mansions were really only active during the summer months.
Yeah.
And so this story, it moves really smooth, and I really love it, by the way.
Well,
They did a really good job on it. But and it's a fantastic story. I know I'm biased, guys. I know I'm biased. But I love this. This is a great story. You can see it like every time, the characters, the development, the arcs, the crescendo, and you did a good job. So it's really good.
Thanks, buddy. No, it's been a fun one to write. The thing that I love about writing the Flower Letters is that since it's historical fiction, they all kind of like flow into each other. So having done a story that takes place before the story and a story that takes place right after the story, it's really cool to kind of settle into this time period and see how the previous one affected this one and then how this one affects the next one, and kind of like learning history that way. It's been really fun to come to this story much more well-informed than I have been for other stories that I've written. But the Gilded Age is such an important time in American history for a lot of reasons. And the thing that I love about the Gilded Age, but have also been a little bit discouraged about the Gilded Age, is it's a very jaded time in American history. As you know about us, I don't write unhappy endings. I just don't do it. So it has been hard to find literature to read about this time period that wasn't jaded, but it also presented a challenge for me to come to this time period and try and write a non-jaded story that was still authentic to the time period.
Well, you still, I mean, there's a lot of heaviness that
for sure
was associated with the crash of
93.
93.
Yeah.
A lot of that. I mean, there's these periods of history. I never studied the Gilded Age in school.
I had a little bit.
World War I, maybe, mostly World War II, but we sort of because you got the railroad, you have steel. I mean, the names like Vanderbilt, Rockefeller, and J.P. Morgan, these are, names you all recognize, but this is like,
yeah, this is their time period. Yeah. And I think the thing that's really important about this time period is the Gilded Age is when America went from being a pretty much third world country to a first world, leading the kind of world economies was because of what happened during this time. And this is kind of like the playground of those people that really built this, kind of what we see America as a little bit today. It was just the Industrial Revolution, and it was explosive. But a lot of the really good progressive things that changed because of this time period are things that we benefit from today as well. I guess it kind of they created this great economy, but along with that came a lot of problems, and then a lot of those problems had to be solved, and we are the benefiters of that today, if that makes sense. So it's a really interesting time period of history, and I have really enjoyed settling into it and exploring it and writing the story. So we're really excited to share it with you and hope that you will enjoy it as well.
We highly recommend, if you can, to visit the mansions.
Yeah.
It's phenomenal. They do I think it's one of the best historical sites I've ever been to.
Yeah, it's really, really
They're
great.
so well maintained. The staff is, incredibly friendly and helpful. Buildings are beautiful.
They're so beautiful.
And they have tons of events that happen in and around the mansions. At Christmas time, they do a lights show. I saw they just did a car show at the Breakers. And
they've done a carriage show where they bring out all the old carriages. They also have a flower show in the spring.
Yeah.
So it's really lots of stuff happening all the time.
Super cool, I think. And Newport is a great city.
Yeah. It's
very accessible, lots of history, great food, right on the water. So lots to do.
Yep.
So go visit, and you can check us out. You'll see us in there, but we hope you'll sign up and join Camellia and her story, and look forward to sharing it with you.
Thank you for listening to Stories Told Through You, the Flower Letters podcast.
Got a true story you'd like to share? Email us at podcast@theflowerletters.com.
If you're new here, welcome. To learn more about us, head over to theflowerletters.com.
If you enjoyed this episode, please subscribe and help us spread these inspiring true stories. Until next time.